deep breath in just like that. Filling up all the way down to the base of your spine. And then a nice loud breath out. On your next inhale, seal your lips up at the top. And exhale back out your nose. Continue breathing here like this, in and out through your nose. Every inhale, filling up your belly, slowly filling up your chest. And then matching that length to your exhale. Take one more deep breath in. Another slow breath out your nose. If your eyes are closed, you can flutter them open. Drop your arms down toward your sides and face your palms forward. Inhale, mountain, reach your arms up overhead. And interlace your hands above your head here for a moment, releasing your pointer fingers and your thumbs like you're pointing up toward your ceiling. Inhale, reach up as high as you can. Exhale, side body stretch to the right. Bump your hips to the left. Release your shoulders down away from your ears, feeling the stretch all along your left side body. Inhale, reach your arms back to center, up as high as you can. Exhale, side body stretch to the left. Press your hips to the right. Ground down to the knife edge of your right foot. Creating as much space on your right side as you can. Inhale, reach your arms up to center. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips down to the ground. And then from here, walk your feet out to the edges of your mat, about hips width distance or wider, and take a very generous bend in your knees for ragdoll. Let your head hang heavy. Option to grab for opposite elbows and sway your torso from side to side. Just a gentle opening through your hamstrings here. Now drop your arms down to the ground. Ground your left palm in the middle of your space. Inhale, reach your right arm up toward the ceiling. You can bend into your left knee and straighten through your right leg. Take one more breath in. Exhale, plant your right palm in the middle of your space. So press the ground away with your right hand. Inhale, easy twist. Extend your left arm up toward the ceiling, opening your torso toward the left side of your space. Straighten through your left leg and bend in your right knee. Take one more breath in. Exhale, plant your palms. Toe heel your feet together to touch, leaving just a sliver of space between your heels. Inhale, halfway lift. Press your palms to your shins or thighs. Shift your weight forward to the ball mounds of your feet and squeeze your shoulder blades up and together behind you to create a flat spine. Take a breath in. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms, step your feet back. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and your heels over your toes. Inhale, shift forward 2 inches. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes, press the tops of your feet down into the ground. Keep your palms grounded. Inhale, baby cobra. Gently lift your chest, pinch your shoulder blades together. Press the tops of your feet down. Exhale, slowly lower your chest back down. Tuck your toes. Press up to a high plank. Stay here for a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Take a minute to settle into this position here. This inverted V shape in your body. You can bend into one knee, bend into the next. Now bring your attention to your hands. Spread your fingers out wide. Point your pointer fingers directly forward. Press your big knuckles really hard down into the ground, and then at the same time, lift your tailbone up to find length throughout your back. Spiral your triceps to the wall behind you, releasing your shoulders from your ears. Take one more breath in, and another breath out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, forward fold, bend down. Inhale, mountain pose, extend your arms up overhead. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together at your heart. Drop your arms to your sides. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, nice deep breath out as you fold down. Inhale, halfway lift, neutralize your spine. Exhale, high plank, plant your palms, step your feet back. Inhale, hinge yourself forward. Exhale, low plank, lower down halfway, elbows in toward your side bodies. Inhale, upward facing dog, flip the tops of your feet, straighten through your arms and pull your thighs up. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze your core in tight. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, Samasthiti, drop your hands to your heart. Release your arms to your sides. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, ride your breath down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your back. Exhale, high to low plank. You can always take these on your knees or just skip them all together. Inhale, upward facing dog, flip to the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your tailbone up and back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, forward fold, bend down. Inhale, mountain pose, arms up. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together at your heart. Drop your arms to your sides. Inhale, mountain pose, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, neutralize your spine. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, press the ground away. Exhale, downward facing dog, engage your core to lift your hips. Take a deep breath in here. Slow breath out your nose. Inhale, extend your right leg high. Flex your right toes down to the ground. Square your hips down to the earth. Take a breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your palms. Now ground down through your left palm. Inhale, easy twist. Extend your right arm up toward the ceiling. Magnetize your inner thighs toward one another. Feel this stretch on your outer right hip. Take one more breath in. Exhale, low lunge, plant your right palm on the outside of your right foot. Drop your left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms up overhead and breathe here. Feel this opening through your left hip flexor. You can keep your arms up overhead or interlace your hands around your front thigh. You can gently, very gently rock forward and back, being careful not to move too quickly. Just press your pelvis forward to accentuate this stretch throughout your left hip flexor. Inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms back up to frame your face. Exhale, half split. Straighten your right leg. Come up onto your right heel. Tense your fingers on the ground next to your leg. You have the flexibility. You can always plant your palms down on the ground and fold a little bit deeper. Avoid rounding too much in your back. You want to maintain a nice neutral spine and make sure that hinge is coming from your hip. With every inhale, find length throughout your spine. Every exhale, see if you can hinge just a little bit deeper. Now from here, begin to shift your weight back forward. Tuck your back toes under. Inhale, crescent lunge. Press your back knee up off of the ground and reach your arms overhead. Good, so you're in crescent lunge, your back heel, your left heel right now is lifted off of the ground over the back ball mound of, over the back ball mound of your foot. So really energetically press your back heel up and then press your right heel down into the ground. Take a breath in here, big transition. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Load all of your weight into your right foot and step your left leg up to meet your right, sitting your hips nice and low and flying your arms behind you. That's a nice big transition. You can take it as slow as you need. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Tuck your tailbone to create a nice flat lower back. Stay for a breath in. Sink a little deeper on your breath out. Now press all of your weight down into your left foot. Inhale, one leg mountain. Lift your right knee up in line with your hip and reach your arms either up overhead or at your waist. Give your left butt cheek a squeeze. Feel how this helps with your stability in your left leg, and flex your right toes up toward your face. Take one more breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your right foot, hinge from your hips down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your back. Exhale, high to low plank. Plant your palms, step your feet back. You can always take them on your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Inhale, extend your left leg high. Again, flex your left toes down to the ground. Even the weight between your palms. Take a breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your hands and ground down through your right palm. Inhale, easy twist. Sweep your left arm up toward the ceiling. So squeeze your core in nice and tight here. Try to peel your torso off of your front thigh while still squeezing your inner thighs toward one another. Take a breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your left palm and drop your right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms up overhead and hang your torso up. Breathe here. Again, you can keep your arms overhead if you like that. You can interlace your hands around your left thigh and gently rock forward and back. Inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms back up. Exhale, half split. Straighten your left leg. Come up onto your left heel and point your left toes up toward the ceiling. Stack your right hip over your right knee. And then feel this hinge coming from your hips. So that means nice flat spine. And you'll really feel this in your left hamstring if you're hinging from your hips rather than arching in your back. Stay here for one more breath in and one more breath out. Now begin to shift your weight forward again. Inhale, crescent lunge. Tuck your back toes under and lift your right knee up off of the ground. You can bring a slight bend to your right knee to square your hips forward if that's more accessible in your body. That's totally fine. Just lift your right heel up over the back ball mound of your foot and then energize your thighs inward toward one another. Feel how this creates stability in your body. Take one more breath in here. Big transition. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Shift your weight into your left foot. Step your right foot up to meet your left, and then fly your arms behind you. So face your palms inward toward one another, and then press your palms together as close as you can to expand through your chest. Shift your weight into your heels. Tuck your tailbone. Now press all of your weight down into your right foot. Inhale, one leg mountain. Lift your left knee up in line with your left hip. Option to keep your arms up or option to press your hands on your waist. That helps with your balance. Flex your left toes up toward the ceiling. And then even the weight between all corners of your right foot. Take one more breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your left foot. Hinge from your hips down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, neutralize your spine. Exhale, high to low plank, plant your palms, step your feet back. Inhale, upward facing dog, shine your chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. This is our sun B. Let's flow through this twice more, linking breath to movement. You can take this at your own pace. Inhale, keep your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your palms, ground down through your left hand. Inhale, easy twist. Extend your right arm high. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your right palm. Drop your left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms up overhead. Exhale, half split. Straighten your right leg and come up onto your right heel. Begin to shift your weight forward. Tuck your back toes. Inhale, crescent lunge. Press your left knee up off the ground. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Step your left foot up to meet your right. Sit your hips nice and low. Inhale, one leg mountain. Lift your right knee up in line with your right hip. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your right foot. Hinge from your hips down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, extend your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your palms and place your right hand on the ground. Inhale, easy twist. Extend your left arm up. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your left palm. Drop your right knee. Inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms up overhead. Exhale, half split. Straighten your left leg. Come up onto your left heel. Press your weight forward. Tuck your back toes under. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lift your right knee up off the ground. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Step your right leg to meet your left. Sit your hips nice and low. Inhale, one leg mountain. Ground down through your right foot. Lift your left knee up in line with your hip. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your left foot. Hinge from your hips down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten out your back. Exhale, high to low plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Straighten through your arms. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your hands. Ground down through your left palm. Inhale, easy twist. Extend your right arm up. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your right palm. Drop your left knee. Inhale, crescent moon. Arms up overhead. Exhale, half split. Straighten your right leg. Tense your fingers on the ground. Shift your weight forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lift your left knee up off the ground. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Step your left foot to meet your right. Sit your hips nice and low. Inhale, one leg mountain. Lift your right knee up in line with your hip. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your right foot. Dive down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten your spine. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull your thighs up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Inhale, keep your left leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left leg through. Ground down through your right hand. Inhale, easy twist. Lift your left arm up toward the ceiling. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your left palm. Drop your right knee. Inhale, crescent moon. Arms up to frame your face. Exhale, half split. Straighten your left leg. Tense your fingers on the ground. Shift your weight forward. Tuck your back toes. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lift your right knee up off of the ground. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Step your right leg forward. Sit your hips nice and low. Inhale, one leg mountain. Lift your left knee up in line with your left hip. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your left leg. Dive down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten out your spine. Exhale, high to low plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Straighten your arms. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Drop your knees down to the ground. Press your big toes together. Widen your knees out to the width of your mat. Sink your hips back to your heels. Rest your forehead on your mat and reach your arms forward for child's pose. Take a few breaths here. So re-regulating your breath. Taking deep breaths in through your nose. Feel your belly press against your thighs. And then nice slow breaths back out your nose. Take one more breath in. And one more breath out. On your next inhale, come up to a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly down. Lift your gaze to the wall in front of you. Exhale, cat pose. Pull your spine up to the ceiling. Gaze between your thighs. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly. Look up. Exhale, cat pose. Press the ground away. Find space along the back of your spine. Come back to a neutral tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips high. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, forward fold. Release down. Inhale, chair pose. Sit your hips low. Reach your arms up. Exhale, drop your hands to heart center. Inhale, hinge your torso forward. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Connect your left upper arm to your outer right thigh. And continue to press your palms together at your heart. Glance down at your knees. Make sure your knees are in line with one another here. If your left knee is jutting out in front of the right, pull it back in line. And sit your hips nice and low. I promise this will help make this posture easier for you. Option here to keep your hands at heart center or fly your arms, reaching your left arm down, right arm up. Take one more breath in. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Toe heel your feet out to the edges of your mat. Take a nice generous bend in your knees. Plant the tops of your hands down into the ground so your fingers are pointing your toes. And then slide your hands underneath your feet for gorilla pose. So you're literally stepping onto your palms with the soles of your feet. Let your head hang heavy. You can bring as much of a bend to your knees as you need to make this hand to foot connection. It's a great counter stretch for your wrists. Your next inhale, slide your hands out from underneath your feet. Toe heel your feet back together to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, neutralize your spine. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Inhale, chair pose, sit your hips low, reach your arms up. Exhale, drop your hands to your heart. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, prayer twist to the left. Hook your right elbow on your outer left thigh. And press your palms together at your heart, accentuating this twist in your spine. Once again, gaze down at your knees. If your right knee juts out, pull it back in line, squaring your hips forward. Option to keep your palms at heart center. Option to fly your arms, reaching your right arm down, left arm up. Take one more breath in. Exhale, forward fold, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana, reach your arms up. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together at your heart. Ground down through your left foot. Inhale, tree pose on the right. Connect the sole of your right foot on your inner left calf or your inner left thigh. And then from here, find whatever arm variation you like. You can reach your arms out to the sides, maybe arms up. To really challenge your balance, you can try to lift your gaze up toward the ceiling as well. You're looking for a little extra challenge. You can also grab your arms behind your back, maybe reverse namaste. Now the key here in tree pose is to press your right foot into your left thigh or your left calf, just as much as you press your left leg back into your right foot. It's a gentle tuck of your tailbone. And squeeze your low core in. That will help with your stability. Take one more breath in. Exhale, Samasthiti, drop your right leg down to the ground. Now ground down through your right foot. Inhale, tree pose on the left. Connect the sole of your left foot to your inner right calf or up on your inner right thigh. And then once again, take whatever arm variation you want on this side. It can be the same, it can be different. So if your right hip is pressing really far out to the side, press your right leg further in toward the midline of your body. Kind of force your right hip back into place. Then press your left knee toward the wall behind you. It's an external rotation of your left foot. Take one more breath in. Exhale, Samasthiti, drop your left foot. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, dive down through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, straighten your arms, pull your thighs up. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Take a deep breath in. Slow breath out, lift your tailbone high. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Now press all of your weight down into your left foot. Inhale, one leg mountain. Lift your right knee up in line with your right hip. Option to place your hands on your waist or up overhead. So really squeeze your left butt cheek and flex your right toes up. Take a breath in. Exhale, figure four. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So, oh, you can do that.
Sorry, I'm
it's okay. It doesn't matter. We'll get the other side anyways. Flex your right toes toward the wall in front of you and then sit your hips back and down a little bit. Feel this on your IT band on the right side. Take one more breath in. Sink a little deeper on your breath out. Now inhale, one leg mountain. Reach your right leg back up. Now from here, exhale, open arm twist to the right. Extend your right arm behind you, left arm forward. Level one, stay right here. You can take your left hand and kind of support your right leg here if you want. If you have the flexibility in your right hamstring, level two would be to grab for your big toe with your left hand. It's like with your left big sign, or your left peace sign fingers, and then extend your heel out in front of you, straightening through your right leg. Your spine up nice and straight. You're in extended hands to big toe pose. Come back to open arm twist. And inhale, one leg mountain. Reach your right arm up. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your right foot. Dive down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, neutralize. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, straighten through your arms. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now press all of your weight down into your right foot. Inhale, one leg mountain. Lift your left knee up in line with your left hip. Arms either up overhead or on your waist. Flex your left toes up, really strong right leg here. Take a breath in. Exhale, figure four. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh, hands to your heart. Sit your hips back. So relax your shoulders down away from your ears if you're crunching up. Stay nice and relaxed in your upper body. Sink your hips down. The more you press your left knee down toward the ground, the further it'll open up your left hip. Take another breath in. Sink lower on your breath out. Inhale, one leg mountain, rise back up. Now exhale, open arm twist. Take it nice and slow. This is a really big balance challenge here, so be easy on yourself. It's okay if you wobble and fall. It's totally normal. Option to take your right hand and grab for your left thigh. Option, if you have the flexibility in your left hamstring, take your right fingers, grab for your left big toe. And begin to press your left heel out in front of you for extended or revolved hand to big toe pose. Stay nice and strong in your standing right leg. If you've got your big toe, begin to bend your left knee, come back to open arm twist. Inhale, one leg mountain, extend your left arm up. Exhale, forward fold, drop your left foot, dive down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, neutralize your spine. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, compress your chest closer toward your thighs. Drop your knees down to the ground. Press your big toes together. Widen your knees out. Sink your hips back for child's pose. Just a couple more breaths here in child's pose. A lot of work on your legs, so just sink back into your hips. Focus on your breath. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Take one more nice deep belly breath. Slow breath out your nose. Inhale, lift up to a tabletop position. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips back. Inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right leg between your palms. From here, inhale, star pose. Spiral all the way open to the left side of your space. Face your heels in and your toes out. Then gently press your hips forward. Create an X shape with your body. Extend your arms out to a T. Pivot your toes toward the wall in front of you that you're facing. Inhale. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Hinge from your hips down to the ground. Let your head hang heavy. You can place your hands on the ground. You can grab for your shins, your ankles. The further you walk your feet out, the wider your stance, the easier it will be to get your hands down to the ground. Now, wherever you're at, inhale, halfway lift. Tense your fingers on the ground and flatten out your spine so it's parallel with the floor. Exhale, low lunge. Crawl your palms forward to frame your right foot. Stay for a breath in. And exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot back. Lift your hips nice and high. Inhale, kick your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your palms. Inhale, star pose. Spiral your back foot down. Heels in, toes out. Create a nice little chest expansion here. Now extend your arms out to a T. Pivot your toes to face the wall that you're facing. Your feet are parallel with the short ends of your mat. Option to keep your arms here. Option to interlace your hands behind your back for this side. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, wide leg forward fold with optional chest expansion. And let your head hang heavy. The wider you walk your feet, the easier it will be to hinge a little bit deeper. You have the chest expansion. Drop your hands down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Tense your fingers. Parallel your spine with the floor. Exhale, low lunge. Crawl your palms forward. Stay here for a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left leg back. Hips up nice and high. Inhale, shift forward to a high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes rather. Press the tops of your feet down into the ground. Cricket your elbows up toward the ceiling. Inhale, baby cobra. Press the tops of your feet down really hard. Lift your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, lower down. We'll take 2 more rolling cobras here. Inhale, baby cobra. Press your feet down and lift your knees and then chest up. Exhale, lower down. Last one. Inhale, baby cobra. Chest up. Little to no weight in your hands. Exhale, lower down. Lower your left cheek down to the ground. Extend your arms by your sides. Little mini shavasana here. Return your chin to center. Press your palms down into the ground. And then press yourself up to your knees. So you're standing on your knees. And then shift over to one side and extend your, or I guess press the soles of your feet down on the ground in front of you and recline all the way down to your back. We'll take 2 rounds of bridge pose here. So for bridge pose, I'll turn this way so you can see. You have options. So for bridge pose, you can either keep your hands down by your sides, palms down and lift your hips, or if you want the chest expansion that I showed a few times in the past, you can lift your hips up, and then when you lift your hips up, interlace your hands underneath your butt, kind of wriggle your shoulders underneath yourself so you can lift up a little bit higher. So you can choose whichever one. We'll take 2 rounds. So you can do different variations on different rounds if you want. So setting up for bridge, soles of your feet down to the ground, hands down by your sides, palms to the floor. Inhale, bridge pose. Lift your hips up. Choose whichever variation you like. Either palms on the ground or interlace your hands underneath your butt. Stay for one more breath in. Exhale, slowly roll down. Take a rest here. We'll take 1 more round of bridge. Again, take whatever variation you like. Setting up, press your palms down into the ground. Inhale, bridge pose. Press really hard into the soles of your feet. Lift your hips. Option to interlace your hands. Let this work kind of come from your legs, so feel your hamstrings and your calves working to lift you up a little higher. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower your hips down to the ground. Supta Baddha Konasana, press the soles of your feet together to touch. Butterfly your knees out to the side of your mat. Take 2 breaths here. Press one hand over your heart, one over your belly. Take a deep breath in, feel your belly rise. Controlled breath out your nose. One more deep breath in, feel your belly rise, your chest expand. Slow breath back out. Take your hands on your outer thighs, close your knees up together, grab from behind your thighs, rock and roll the length of your spine. A few times, let this feel good. And then when you're ready, come up to a nice tall seat, extend your legs out in front of you. Press, we'll take Dandasana. So for Dandasana, it's staff pose. Press your palms down into the ground right next to your hips. And then really press them into the ground as if you're trying to lift yourself up. So just press really hard, and this will create some nice axial extension in your spine, which is basically like lifting your spine up. Stay here for a breath in. Stay for a breath out. Last breath in. And then exhale, seated forward fold. Hinge your torso forward, grabbing for whatever you can grab. It can be your calves, it can be your feet, your toes. It's always good to counter some back bends with some forward bends. Inhale, rise back up, and lower all the way down to your back. Press the soles of your feet down into the ground. Lift your right ankle up and over your left thigh for a supine figure 4. You can keep your left foot grounded if this is enough of an opening through your right hip. If you want some more, lift your left foot up and grab for behind your left thigh. If you're grabbing for behind your left thigh, take your right elbow, press your right elbow against your right thigh, further opening up your right hip. Shoulder blades planted gently down into the ground. Release your feet back down to the ground. Switch out your sides. Lift your left ankle up and over your right thigh. If this is enough, stay here with your right foot planted. If you want some more, lift your right foot off of the ground and take both hands and interlace them behind your right thigh. Your hands are behind your right thigh. Take your left elbow and press your left leg open toward the wall in front of you. Just releasing any tension from your shoulders as you do that, keeping your shoulder blades down into the ground. Gently releasing your legs back down to the ground. Pull your knees up into your chest. Grab for the outer edges of your feet. For happy baby, pull your knees down toward your side bodies. You can gently rock from side to side here, massaging your low back. Stamp your feet on the ceiling above you. Draw your knees in toward your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Roll up into one tiny little ball. Lift your forehead to your knees. Squeeze everything together as tight as you can. Stay for a breath in. And exhale, Shavasana. Let your arms and legs go long. Now take a moment to find whatever shape here is most comfortable to you. Doesn't need to look like any shape in particular. Doesn't necessarily have to be down on your back. Just wherever you're at, release any tension you're holding in your legs, in your hips, in your abdomen. Feel your body melt into the ground. Release your shoulders down away from your ears. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relax the muscles in your forehead. Just take a minute here to rest in Shavasana. Stay resting here in Shavasana as long as you'd like. If you'd like to be guided out, begin to bring some life back to your fingers and toes. Pull out your ankles and wrists. And take a nice long body stretch. Reach your arms up, point your toes, pull your low back up off the ground. Draw your knees in toward your chest, then roll onto either your right or left side, using your bicep as a pillow for fetal pose. Press yourself up to a nice tall seat. Comfortable seat, nice tall spine. You can place your hands on your knees, in your lap, at heart center. Either soften your gaze or flood your eyes closed. We'll finish with a breath. Exhale out any stale air that's left. Now take a nice deep, full, slow breath in. Fill up your belly. Feel your lungs expand. Then hold your breath in at the top. Open mouth, exhale, sigh your air out. Lift your thumbs to your third eye center, the space between your eyebrows and your forehead. The light in me honors and sees the light in all of you. Bow forward. Namaste.
Namaste. Thanks, Emily.